Welcome back, everybody, to Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. GHRG. Glenn's Hot Rod Garage! Yeah! 2026. We're back. This S10 is the oldest project that I have in the fleet. We call it the Fine Dime S10, and it has been sitting for probably 7 years. Why? Because I tried to be budget friendly with the rear axle. Well, last year for Black Friday, I ordered Speedway Motors 9-inch rear end. And here it is, some 13 months later, I finally got it installed. This doesn't sound good at all. Maybe I should change the name of the channel to Glenn's House of Unfinished Projects. Not gonna happen, all right? It's a new year. It's not a new me, same old me, but this is guide coat, by the way. It'll sand right off, so don't worry about that. Doing this stuff takes dedication, it takes time, and it takes motivation. I've been working on myself since November, going to the gym, trying to lose weight, trying to eat less crappy food, and just trying to be a better person all around. So part of that is dedicating time to what I love, and that's the hot rods, it's the YouTube channel, it's the automotive life, it's all of that. So far this year, I've managed to get a couple things done. One being the wrapping up the brakes on the Speedway Motors axle that had me stuck for a little while, and we got those taken care of. I'll go over some of that stuff with y'all, but the plan for the year, I think I want to take this to Back to the Streets, which is at the end of May. It may not be painted, but being since this is my oldest project, this is the one I think of my projects that should be concentrated on first. We got the ugly street truck, which runs and drives. We got Trashy, which runs and drives. We got Baby Steps. In the tow vehicle. All in various states of disrepair. So, if it's content you're looking for, I'm going to start bringing you guys some content. I'm going to start off at 1 video a week, I hope, and try to get that to 2 uploads a week in a very short amount of time. So I also have Bradley Schroeder's S10 here that I've done a little bit of work on. The roll cage was all rusted. I sanded it down and cleaned it up. You might have seen that in the another video. I don't recall. It's been a while, but I'm starting to tape off the inside of the cab, and then I'm going to put some paint on there. I'll bring that to you guys. Got the firewall block off plate. I'm going to do that work after the cage is in, or the cage is done being painted. And the plan after that is to protect that from grinding and welding or whatever needs to happen to get this all situated. And then I'm going to paint the cab. Then I'm going to tape off the cab, and I'm going to paint the rest of the truck. I'm going to bring all that to you as much as I can. And, first is to get this running so it can be pulled in and out of the shop. We'll figure out where else we're going to go with that from there. And yeah. So what I was struggling with on this disc brake kit, right here where my thumb is, now my finger, are shims. And they adjust I don't know how good you're going to be able to see that, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. There's a good picture. You got your brake pads in here. See that play in there? You want to make sure they're both the same on both sides. So, it's nice. Curry 31 spline axles. 370 rear ratio with a limited slip or posi differential, whatever you want to call it. So what the directions say is you want to have equal space between the brake pads on each side. Now, in my opinion, that doesn't have to be perfect because once you apply the brakes, it's going to suck the pads back. So that's going to change the stuff a little bit, but you can see they're pretty much equal. So this bracket is spaced from another bracket that bolts to the housing on. You can see it closest to the rotor in there. And if this pad is closer to the rotor, you have to put another spacer in there. Well, I was doing it wrong. I had too many spacers in there. I couldn't get that figured out at all. So I went on YouTube and watched the video. If I can remember, I'll put a link to it down in the description. And he started off with just the two thick shims there. So I did that, and the outboard pad was too close to the rotor, and there was more space in here. So I added a thinner shim. You see it's like half the thickness of the other one in my hand. And that got the brake shoes pads right where they needed to be. So you can see my All-Star brake line kit is installed. I bought some tabs and welded those to the housing before we painted it. And the T-line from the chassis is from a Dodge Ram pickup. What I was looking for mainly is all 3/16 inlet and outlet and able to get that right. And I believe it was late 90s Dodge Ram. So anyways, I still need to put the drive shaft in. I'm going to do that, and we're going to let this thing down on the ground with the tires, and I think that's going to about do it for Those are some 315/60/15s, which I got from viewer Jeff Hall. Big shout out to him for hooking us up with those. They stick out a little bit. 1980 called. They want their wheel fitment back. And they want their slapper bars back. And they want their small black Chevy back. The fine Dime S10. So, it's on the ground. The back brakes still need to be bled. This thing's been sitting for a while. It's running a little bit rough. I'm going to throw some new spark plugs in there, maybe some wires, give her an oil change, and bleed the back brakes because all that stuff's brand new. It sucks because we're in Michigan here, and there's been some snow lately, and it doesn't look like winter's going to go away anytime soon. So at least we'll be able to pull it in and out of the garage to give me room to work on Bradley Schroeder's S10. We'll get some paint on that thing and get it out of here so I can get another one of my projects in here. Remember kids, this stuff takes a lot of work, and if you don't do it, it ain't never going to get done. This is something I realized, and it's more important to relax after work. Well, if you relax, the stuff's sitting out here. I'm heating the garage. It's just not going to get done. So we got some plans laid out for getting projects done, maybe doing some racing this summer with hopefully multiple vehicles, and I can bring you some racing content, hopefully weekly, and we'll go from there. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Listen, I really appreciate it if you like the video. If I share this on Facebook, don't like the Facebook post. Go to the YouTube video and like that. If I share the video on Facebook, don't share it from Facebook. Go to YouTube and share it. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That helps the YouTube do its thing and get this out there. I'm at 588 subscribers to start the year off, and I'd like to see a positive trend keep going. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.